When it comes to building bases in Unturned, PvP especially, you have many options, many of which are, well, satisfactory. I mean, you can build bases with doors, bases with metal doors, metal bases with metal doors, bases up in the sky, and bases out in the sea. Now, while they work well and get the job done, if you really want to keep your gear safe, nothing beats the base without any doors. And that is what I'm going to be showing you guys how to create in this video. Now, to create this nearly impenetrable base, you are going to need to start with a large slab of foundations as far as possible out in the sea. The farther the better, and the bigger the better. To place foundations out in the ocean, start at the beach and place a floor as close as you can to the shoreline. This will be your starting block. From here, snap floors to that starting block and begin building out into the ocean. Once you have made it far enough for your liking, create a large slab of foundations and destroy the bridge of floors that was just made. Be sure to place a bedroll down once that is done, because if you fall in the water during construction, well, there's no way for you to come back up. Now, it does make a bit of sense as to why you'd want to make it as far as possible out in the ocean, but when it comes to making the base as big as possible, it's not because you have more space on the inside, it's because you have more surface area to allow you to create a more complex maze in order to enter your base. Now, the way this base works is that its entrance is an underwater maze cave that requires you to swim through it, making a lot of noise while doing so in order to reach the ladder or ramp to go inside the base. Now, from the outside and from the surface of the water, there are no ramps or doorways, bridges, or ladders to get in the base, so nobody really knows how to get in it. But once you dive underwater, you will see that entrance and you will have to swim through, and then if you are actually inside the base, you will hear that swimming noise and be able to prepare for the person to peek their head out of the top of the ladder to get inside your base. Now, don't get me wrong, you can make a small base with just an underwater entrance, but if you have a bigger base, you can make a maze and you can make dummy entrances, and that's what I'm going to show you guys using this huge slab right here. Now, this right here is a 9x9 section of foundations, and once you have at least just some sort of foundation or some slab of foundations out in the water, you can begin destroying the foundations that you placed. I know it sounds a little weird to destroy them right when you put them down, but it's a lot easier to visualize the maze that you're going to make once you've actually had everything down. So the way it's going to work is you're going to imagine like you're making a maze to the front entrance of your home. So you're going to start off in one side, preferably the least convenient side to have an entrance in. If anybody's trying to raid your base, they'll be coming from the shoreline over there, or Leary Prison over there, or the shoreline over there. So we'll probably want to put it on this side, because no one's really going to be swimming coming from this side. So just go ahead and start destroying these little sections, and we'll destroy this one here, and then maybe we'll add in a turn here, so we'll turn around right here, turn around over here, right here, and then we'll have, like, you know, we're making a maze here, so we'll maybe have a dummy little section here that doesn't lead anywhere, and have it go right here, another one keeps going, your main goal is to make this trail as long as possible and have as many dummy places that don't lead anywhere as possible. So we have a little entrance going right here that doesn't lead anywhere, then we'll have it branch off in this direction, one here, there we go, looking good. We'll have it circle around over here. And finally, this is where we're going to have the actual ladder leading up inside our base. So now that you look at it, if somebody wants to enter into your base, they're going to have to start right here. They're going to have to find the underwater entrance to your base, swim underwater, and swim through here, past these little entrances, because those don't lead anywhere. Go through here, keeps going, goes around here, all the way through here, keeps going, all the way through here, all the way through here, and they finally make it right there. Additionally, you can make some extra dummy little entrances that don't even lead anywhere, like right here. We'll have this one right here, and maybe another one right here. So these won't lead anywhere. Make sure that you aren't accidentally cutting into different sections and making shortcuts accidentally. And also keep in mind that I'm in single player, so I was able to destroy these foundations a lot easier than if you were in a PvP server. So once you've destroyed all the different entrances, or the little dummy entrances as you'd like to make, you can begin replacing them with roofs. Now the differences between a roof and a floor is that the floors actually extend all the way down to the bottom of the ocean. So if you look at this, you'll see that this is actually a roof right here. As you can see, it ends right there, and you can actually swim underneath it. I would show you, but I wouldn't be able to get back up. These floors, on the other hand, they actually do extend all the way down to the bottom of the ocean. And so we're going to replace them with roofs, and that way you'll be able to swim underneath them. So, as you can see, let's put them in here. There we go. And I'll get back to you once all these are placed. And here we go. So, I have now finished putting roofs on all of the destroyed foundations, and as you can see from the surface, it looks completely normal, just as it did before. And even from the surface of the water, which if I go in there, I won't be able to come back up, you can only see just the tops of these, and they all look just the same, so there's nothing out of the ordinary. So if somebody's trying to raid your base, they'll be looking for doorways, entrances, ladders, stuff like that, and the last thing that they'll look for is going underwater, and the instant they do, they'll see all these different little caves and vulnerabilities in your base, and they'll start checking all these just to find out that a lot of them don't even lead anywhere. And then eventually, when they find the actual correct entrance, they're going to have to swim all the way through. Probably with a base of this size, they're going to need to have their diving skill up as well, so that way they have enough breath to actually make it to the end. And all this while, you're hearing all these swimming noises of this person attempting to get inside your base, and you get your guns ready, posted up on the entrance of the ladder, and shoot them right when they come up. Now when it actually comes to creating the entrance, you have two options. You have a ramp or a hole and a ladder. They both have their advantages and disadvantages. Putting a ramp like so works just fine. Right click to rotate. You can just put the ramp down like that, and if you want to swim up inside your base, all you have to do is just do that. You just swim right up. But its disadvantage is that if somebody is raiding your base, they can easily pop out right out of the water, equip their gun, and shoot you. Whereas if you do a hole and a ladder, which I'll show you here, you put in a hole like so, and a ladder like so, the person who's entering your base is vulnerable while they're climbing up the ladder, and they can be shot while they're doing so. So that is why I prefer the hole and ladder method rather than the ramp, but it's all up to you. One for sure thing that I'd recommend doing is completely enclosing the entrance to your base with walls and a doorway with a vault on that doorway to make sure that when they actually enter your base, they still have something else to go through. And just to mix it up a little bit, we don't want to put the doorway right in front of the ladder, so that way you can put the doorway right here, which I'll show you here, put 32 right here, so that way when they pop up, they have to turn right in order to face where you are. So you can see right here and you can shoot them when they pop up. Just put a roof on there, and you're good to go. From here, you can just start putting pillars, a roof, and a wall around the perimeter of your structure, and then you can begin placing stuff inside as you wish. Now from the outside, it looks like there is no way in. There is no doorway, there is no ladder, there are no entrances, there are no little tunnels that lead anywhere. So people will be searching all over the place for ways to just simply get into your base. When it comes to leaving your base, just jump down in the little hole you made and start swimming out. It's going to be quite the journey, but as you can see, you just keep swimming, just keep swimming. I think I already forgot the way out. I think this is it. Hopefully. Yes, it is. And you can just swim up to the surface. Anyway, that is how you create the best PvP base in Unturned. If you guys have any questions about the build process, be sure to comment them down below, and also just tweet me your pictures of your guys' base. I'd love to see what kind of things that you can make using this strategy. It really is like the best way to make a base. I've used it many times on my servers, and I've had no problems with people raiding our base. Nobody's been sniping us, shooting us, or anything like that, and we have had quite a few people actually figure out how to get inside our base, but they didn't make it very long, I'll tell you that. Anyway, that is all I have for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and do all that gibberish because MeLikeBigBoom is out.